welcome to the show. Today we have a chance to meet David Corkill, who is the founder and executive director for Waco's Performing Arts Community Center, the PACC. It's on Austin Avenue,
Hmm.
just down the
Right
street
there.
from us
Yep.
where we are. David's an author, an educator, a Baylor Bear, Sikkim, who spent more than a decade bringing people together through creativity. Now, you helped kind of build a clubhouse
Hmm.
for the arts, if you will, during the pandemic and returned to Waco. So
Hmm.
I've got to hear all your story and how you launched the PACC as kind of a home for music and theater, dance, workshops, all kinds of creatives. So welcome.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's a joy to be here, and yeah, thank you for your interest in the pack. This is great, and I'm looking forward to talking to you about our origin story and how things are going.
Well, I've had the opportunity to be there for a couple of different things. One
Great.
was with the Jacob de Cordova
Oh,
Society had
yes,
an
of course. Hmm.
event there, and I've been to a couple of other things there. Well, you with the Waco Indie Film
That's right.
Festival, I
Yep.
had a screening there. I was there for that as well. So it's a terrific venue, so accessible, great parking across the street.
Yes.
Everything is wonderful about it. It's just down from the Hippodrome. So
Absolutely. It was such a perfect find. I mean, we started with about 31 buildings in and around Waco that we had in mind that might work, and it quickly got narrowed down to five. And but the moment that I stepped foot in the building that we're in now, I was like, "This is it."
this is it.
It
So what
was
was it before?
it was Stumpy's axe house. Yeah, Stumpy's axe house. That's
Okay.
right. It was an axe throwing place. But the
Uh-huh.
thing that made it great for us was about half the building was already ready. It had basically a concessions area. It had restrooms. It had an office,
Right.
and all of that was built out. And the other half was just axe throwing cages. And so all we had to do was knock out the axe throwing cages and put up a couple of walls, and we're
Right,
good to
and you got
go.
a stage, so
Yes.
you're
Yeah.
yeah, you're good
Yeah,
to go.
and it was right in the heart of downtown, and it's a lot of great space, and as you said, good parking, which is hard to come by
Right.
nowadays. So yeah, it was just perfect place, the perfect
So
time.
about how many can sit?
So in theater seating, we can sit about 200
Okay.
plus, 200, 250, depending on how squish we can get people. But we also have tables, kind of banquet table seating, which can go to about 100, and standing room only for about 250 for stand-up concerts and things like that. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's just the possibilities are endless. So let's go to the early background. You grew up in
Yes,
LaGrange, so
LaGrange,
tell me
Texas.
about your early influences.
Absolutely, yeah. So LaGrange, Texas, a population of 5,000 people, about 2 hours south of here,
Hmm.
between Austin and Houston, and it's just I fell in love with music and theater way back then, especially through my church, and I directed my first theatrical production at age 15, and became the choir director of the adult choir when I was 16 there.
Really?
And yes, and just all these great opportunities kept coming, and I just fell in love with it at such an early age and knew that's what I wanted to do and to keep doing. And so, you know, uh, living in LaGrange, half of our school goes to UT and half goes to A&M, and M,
Well, there you
and
go.
and I decided to go to Baylor.
I was going to say, so all right, so what drew you to Baylor?
Yeah, well, I mean, Baylor had such a rich history when visiting it, and I'm sure anybody who's been there can attest. It's just so kind and uplifting and positive, and you can just feel it. It's the culture.
So how young were you when you came to visit the
Oh
campus?
gosh,
Because we see these large groups of
that's
kids, and I
right.
thought, oh man, they're having them fall in love early.
That's right. Yeah, 15, probably
Yeah,
15, 16, and
I'm
and
guessing.
and I played some tennis tournaments there,
Oh,
and
did
and
you? Yeah,
did some other things. But I mean, it was a no-brainer to me, really, and
yeah.
just I knew that regardless of what I was learning at Baylor, I would have a great positive time.
Hmm. Well, of course, from their music school to the dramatic school, I
Yes,
mean, all the different the fine arts certainly at Baylor
yes,
excel.
absolutely, and
And you were
it's
involved with the marching band, right?
yes,
Okay,
absolutely,
you got
yeah.
to tell me
I mean,
about Bug Wub.
it's world class music and theater there. It
Yeah.
really is. I mean, you can always catch an amazing thing. But Bugwub, Baylor University Golden Wave Marching Band was big thing there because I was super into band, super into marching band, drumline there. I became a staff member with the band as well,
Did you?
and even after I left Baylor, when I was teaching here in Waco, they kept asking me back to be a videographer, to drive the equipment truck, all kinds of things, and it was just a joy. I that was back in the time of, RG3's rise
Oh
and
my
the
goodness.
Heisman, and when we went from three
The
and
golden
nine,
years
that's right,
of Baylor football.
yes, 3-9 every season to
Uh-huh.
9-3 and a
Yes.
Heisman Trophy, and
Oh,
then eventually to the new stadium
I
and all that,
know.
and
I
so
know.
it was a great time, and
Yeah.
so yeah, that was my favorite for sure. Part of Baylor.
Oh, yeah. Well, so the years were, that would have been in,
Um, well, you're gonna date me now. Okay, so that's gonna be '07 to 11 or so, '07
okay.
to 11. So yeah, right there, and then I taught in Waco, and so I was around for the 11 to 15
Okay.
years. So yeah.
Well, so you served on the Golden Waco Band Council,
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
So
I was a secretary and then vice president of the band council, and we, I just wanted to be. Uh, I love leadership positions within the band and within the music fraternity there at Baylor Kappa Kappa Psi, and just really tried to immerse myself as much as possible.
well, really, and a lot of that early training involved in bridging groups
hmm
to have a way of community building.
Yes, absolutely, and especially with Kappa Kappa Psi, it was a service brotherhood, and we did anything and everything to help out the band and the music program and each other, and we learned to bridge the gap, and we helped other chapters of our fraternity get started up and help develop them, and it was very great problem solving skills learning early on, and just
Yeah.
having the passion in something like a service project there, or a pledging process there, can translate to big professional things in life
Isn't that
eventually.
amazing?
Yes,
How
yeah,
that, you don't think that those fraternity days are going to end up
that's right.
impacting you
Yeah.
in such a way. So you helped produce a band documentary, is that right?
Yes,
Tell me about
yes, I
that.
did. So I was the official videographer for the band in the 2014 to 2015 season, which was the very first season of McLean Stadium.
Hmm.
It was the year of the TCU 61-58 game,
Oh
the
gosh.
we are going to win. It was the
Uh-huh.
year that of the Big 12 championship tie. It was the year of the Cotton Bowl. It was like it was an incredible thing,
Yeah.
and so I filmed the band's very first rehearsal there in McLean, like when the
How
paint is still drying and
fun.
whatnot,
Yeah.
and where President George W. Bush was there to flip the coin,
Hmm.
and just all these amazing things that year. And so I made the documentary, uh, Bugwub 2014, from the first notes to the last sick'em, and it really takes that whole
Mm.
what a whole season looks like, especially an extraordinary season with College Game Day and everything.
Yeah. So what
Yeah.
was the biggest thing you learned from that?
Well, it's just, if we don't have the cameras rolling, some pretty amazing stuff can pass us by. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like
No, that's true.
I mean, it was a really fantastic season and a great time, but without that camera, without that documentary, it would only be in our memories. So keep the cameras rolling. Let's get let's
Oh,
get
I know,
footage,
I
and
know.
yeah,
I'm always taking pictures. I said I can't stop being a reporter.
right, right,
So let's move to the pandemic.
sure, sure.
And this Clubhouse for Creativity.
Yes, that's right.
Tell me what that was.
So yeah, I taught in Waco for a while at Rapport Academy, and then I
Hmm.
went down to Corpus Christi, and so I taught theater music, band, choir, and theater down there for several years. But then the pandemic started, and some of my students' parents and there was interest to keep things going because nothing was going on, nobody was doing anything, and so they wanted to kind of have the program continue, a music program, a theater program continue when nobody else was doing anything. So we got this kind of clubhouse, which was just kind of this empty 4-bedroom house, and filled it up with like pool tables and couches and art things and all kinds of stuff. And we created YPAC, which is the Youth Performing Arts Community Center, which was, as you say, it was a COVID clubhouse, a creativity clubhouse. At our peak, we had about 50 members, 50 students in it, and we created a little musical, a one-act musical. We created a full-length production of Chronicles of Narnia and Prince Caspian. We did a full-length theatrical movie of Into the Woods, the musical. It was a fantastic thing, and it wasn't like any kind of like official, like big business or anything like that. But as it was going on, I was like, this is really unique. I've never seen this anywhere. I think this could be a really cool idea for the right place, the right time, to have kind of a place that embodies all of the performing arts, that has people to learn and grow and shine and rehearse and perform and do all these things. And so that the pandemic kind of wound down, and our time in Corpus also at that time started to wind down. And so we made the move back to Waco at very early 2023. And when we came back, I'd been gone about 8 years. The landscape of the performing arts in Waco had changed so much.
Yeah, pretty dramatically.
It really was. Like back in 2015, maybe there was 1 or 2 theater groups, and I came back, there were 9.
Yes,
and not just theater groups, dance groups, and music groups and choirs. And I was like, this is fantastic. This is amazing. Not to mention, Magnolia and the renaissance of the downtown and all this. But what I found was a lot of these groups, they don't have a home. They're bouncing from, a park here to a church there to a house there, or wherever they can find. And I was like, these great groups need a place to rehearse and need a place to perform. And so that's where that YPAC idea came back. And I was like, I think Waco could be the perfect city for this, the perfect size for this. And so I started to develop that idea, see if it could become a reality. And pretty quickly I found out that it could, and there was a whole lot of interest from those groups to come along. And that's when we got it started.
So lessons from that season that have carried on.
Yes, for sure.
To you.
Absolutely. And there's always financial issues and struggles and things like that. And the pandemic is a struggle, and this financial crisis here or whatever's going on. But I found that the performing arts endures no matter what is going on. We will find a way to rehearse and perform no matter what.
Yeah. Well, there's just this innate need people have.
Yes.
Yes. And it is so. I was talking to a friend earlier about how therapeutic really acting can be.
Yes, absolutely. And we just wrapped our first full-length production at the PACC, the Chronicles of Narnia, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. And there's some actors, some young performers in there that are so very, shy and introverted and just have these very cautious tendencies. But the moment they step on stage in a costume, they come alive. It is really magical to see, and you can truly tell that it is their safe space, it is their happy place, and it's just performing really does help.
Yeah. Oh, no question about it. David, we're going to talk more. I need to take a break, though.
Sure.
I want to let folks know, because I want to talk about the vision ahead,
Absolutely.
what you see coming down the road for the PACC in Waco. But today's show is brought to you by the Wild Watusi Boutique. They're located in Hewitt. Do check them out. They're just down the way from George's. So, the Wild Watusi Boutique. Stay with us. There's more of the show ahead.
Serving Central Texas since 1889, TFNB Your Bank for Life takes pride in being more than a bank. TFNB, we remain committed to these principles. If you value them too, come join us. TFNB, your bank for life.
It's
football season, and we can create your outdoor tailgating spaces that is actually a part of your home. Bifold doors that tie in the inside and the outside, and you can gain anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 square feet living space, all while taking in the big game, poolside. Call us at Gather & Co. Kitchen and Bath, where we can create your unique tailgating space.
Hey Waco, meet your new favorite email. It's called the Waco Buzz, the local newsletter that skips crime and chaos and gets straight to the good stuff. New restaurants, hidden gems, weekend events, and stories that make you proud to call Waco home. It's quick, free, and written by people who love Waco as much as you do. Join thousands of neighbors who already start their mornings with the Waco Buzz at thewacobuzz.com.
At Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat, we're proud to be your premier destination in Waco for exceptional automotive service. Whether you're searching for a new vehicle, a quality pre-owned car, or dependable service and parts, our team is here to take care of you every step of the way. Visit Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Waco, where great deals, friendly service, and your next ride are waiting. Come by, let's be friends.
Join Tower Pizza on Lake Whitney for a New Year's Eve party full of fun, food, and celebration as they ring in the new year together. Count down to midnight with your friends and loved ones in this lively atmosphere. A $20 cover charge gets you a fireworks show, party favors, and a champagne to toast at midnight. Tower Pizza will have all of the tasty snacks like black-eyed peas, cornbread, Little Smokies, and cabbage, so come and enjoy live music and great times with Tower Pizza this New Year's Eve. The Will of Waco is celebrating New Year's Eve with an Eastern Standard Time countdown, complete with a spectacular fireworks show and champagne toast as the ball drops. After the fireworks, they are keeping the celebrations going with their midnight buffet, which will feature chicken and waffles, fajitas, and traditional black-eyed peas for good luck. Come welcome 2026 with great food, live music, and unforgettable fun at the Will of Waco. I'm Elizabeth Riley with Act Locally Waco, and I will see you later.
Up in the morning with a crack of dawn, put my clothes and some coffee on, step outside into the morning sun, jump in the truck for to take a ride, open up a beer, it's gonna be alright. Y'all watch out, I'm drunk and I got my guns. Steered my truck toward the interstate, knocked off a liquor store on the way, killed the cashier for a 40 and some smokes. Mama always thought I was a perfect child, but I always had a black sheep smile. Never much fit in with them honest folks. I was raised in hell, in the Bible Belt. They had to kill me, ain't going to jail. After all the things I'd done, never Grammy Bell. For all that hell I raised in the Bible Belt. Now I was driving along, just a minding my own. Some dude cut me off talking on his cell phone. Shot at his tire and I watched him roll his truck. Well, I stopped at a place called the Ruby Slipper, robbed the joint, kidnapped a stripper. Now there's a trooper in the rear view, damn luck. I was raised in hell, in the Bible Belt. They had to kill me, ain't going to jail. After all the things I'd done, never Grammy Bell. For all that hell I raised in the Bible Belt. Oh, that's right. Well, Hammer down, rolling down the road, and candy's face down in my lap. You know I'm getting some highway love with a big old grin. Well, I thank Candy for the favor about the time I blew my radiator. Now I'm doing life in the state pen. 'Cause I was raised in hell in the Bible Belt. They finally caught me, they put me in jail. After all the things I'd done, never grant me bail. For all that hell I raised in the Bible Belt. But I was raised in hell in the Bible Belt. They finally caught me, wanna give me the chair. They plan to fry my ass, man, nobody cares. For all that hell I raised in the Bible Belt. For all that hell I raised in the Bible Belt. Woo!
And we are back with David Corkill, who is the founder and executive director of Waco's Performing Arts Community Center, the PACC. So you have a not exclusive but inclusive
Yes.
philosophy. Let's talk about that.
Yes. So it wasn't just enough to have the mission of helping these groups find a place to rehearse and perform, but it was also a vision of a culture, like I was talking about, what I found at Baylor, that was positive and uplifting and inclusive in a way that makes people feel like it is a safe place and that they won't be judged. And so that became a very important part of who we were. Our logo that you can see right here.
Oh, that's right. It's got
it's the two drama masks, but both of them are smiling. Usually it's one's
usually
smiling,
one
one's,
is the
yes,
sad
that's right.
one. Yeah.
And that is for our motto, which is all smiles, no drama. And that's our hope there at the PACC.
Yeah.
And we work with all kinds of groups. We've worked already with 38 different organizations in
Have you
our year and a
really?
half. And whether it is a youth theater organization or a church choir or a heavy metal band or a brass quintet, as long as those people are positive and uplifting and not judging any of the other groups that are going there, they're more than welcome. And we never want people to feel like the PACC is pushing anybody out or only picking certain people or anything like that. And so we say that we are fighting for inclusivity and fighting against exclusivity.
Yeah. So you just did you said the first full scale
Yes.
drop. So that was produced through the PACC
Yes.
as opposed to another art
right.
group or
And
drama group.
in our first year and a half, we've done little shows. I mean, we've done one-off shows. We've done Live from Waco, which was a Saturday Night Live thing, or a couple of dances, or of course our role player improv troupe shows, which is the Dungeons and Dragons Live or Harry Potter Live, Star Wars Live that we've done all year. But those are always just kind of one-off little shows. A full-length, full theatrical production. This was our first one, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, which was ages 8 to 19, and it just wrapped up December 5th to 7th, and it was fantastic. And yes, like we still work with these organizations. We work with about 8 theater organizations who come do their shows here, and we didn't start doing these shows in spite of them. It's just to have another program, to have more things going on, to help with them, and I made sure that we're still working alongside those organizations as well as us doing some different theater.
Yeah. So working within a 6,000 square foot footprint. I haven't been backstage. I don't know. I know there is kind of a backstage. Do you
Yes.
have like dressing rooms? What all do you
Yes,
have?
yeah. So yeah, 6,000 square foot, but kind of it's one big room because there's no ceilings. We do have some walls, and so it has that kind of controlled chaos sound to
Yeah,
it sometimes.
yeah.
But
Kind of a black box sort of a
yes,
thing in a way.
and
Yeah.
that kind of adds to its versatility. But
Mhm.
in addition to our community room and art room, music room, our concession stand, our dance studio, and our stage. Right behind the stage, yeah, that's the dressing room, and as we've proved this weekend, it can hold up to 32 performers in pretty tight quarters, but it's all
Oh my
right.
goodness.
And in that dressing room, we have a thing called the theatre, which was a barren tree when we opened, but now it's filled with handprints of the performers who've performed on stage,
Aw.
and it's flourished since we started.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Some successes though. I mean, I think Grease was
Yes,
a
yes,
production you did.
yes. So the Silent House
I've
theater
had them
company,
on several times.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they're fantastic, and they're some of the best theater happening in Waco, and they were one of our first partner
Yeah.
organizations, and literally the first ones who performed on our stage during our grand opening. They were the
Okay.
first show the night after, and so we've been very close with them. And so their
hmm
biggest show that they've done there thus far was
Was
Grease the
Grease? Yeah.
musical back in February. But they've done, Ride the Cyclone, they've done Alice by Heart. They have a whole lineup of fantastic. They just released it, fantastic plays and musicals coming up in 2026. Most of which they're doing at the PACC. So
Okay,
so
good.
so yeah,
Yeah, I know they've
come
done
see.
some like at historic homes. I had them on
Yes,
at
yeah,
Halloween
yeah.
talking about
But
that. Yeah.
they're going to be doing, Romeo and Juliet. They're going to be
Oh,
doing the Rocky Horror Picture Show. There and
what?
amongst other things,
I thought that was a movie. What is it?
the Rocky Horror Picture Show, the musical. It's a stage
Okay,
musical, which
okay,
is
all right.
going to be quite fun.
Oh, that does sound like fun. So when did you realize the community really had embraced this space?
um, it was, oh gosh, um, it was just it wasn't, I would say, a all of a sudden thing.
hmm
It was just kind of this slow growth. I mean, obviously we started out, the organizations were with us right away, but
Sure.
like we had to get the people to come, and month after month, more people were coming to classes, more people were coming to workshops, more people were coming to shows, and we were just like, this is working. Like steady growth is
hmm
the way to go. I would say, the biggest surprise that got us to see that, wow, this is really something, was in January of 2025. We'd been open about 5 months, and in our third, fourth, into the fifth month was a little rough. It was into the holiday season, and things weren't going well, and we were like, I don't know if we can keep this going.
Yeah.
But then we just had a show that we were putting on the calendar called Dungeons and Dragons Live, which is a kind of live costume improv of a D&D campaign. And we didn't think much of it. We thought maybe 10, 20 people would come out, and 100 people showed up to the first show, and we
Wow.
were blown away. And they were
Cool.
like, you have to keep doing this, and we said we will. And so we've done a Dungeons and Dragons Live every 2 months, and the second one had 150 people, the third one had 200 people, and so that was the first time when something that we produced ourselves got traction and got an audience and
hmm
got a following. And we didn't start out thinking that we would do these monthly fandom shows,
hmm
but it's certainly part of our DNA now.
Yeah, yeah, you struck a nerve,
That's right.
apparently. Yeah. Um, you wrote Small School Theater. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
It's a book, right?
Yes, it is. It's a theater education textbook. So
Mm.
that just got published last month. It's something that I worked on in that interim after I left Corpus and before I started up the PACC. It took about a year and a half to write, and it's basically everything that I learned in my 13 years of performing arts education. It takes you through how to start a theater program, how to grow a theater program, and how to direct a theater program for anybody, for a brand new theater educator, for a veteran
hmm
theater educator, for a school administration wanting to get one going. And it's just tips and tricks and everything I wish I knew in my first year.
hmm
And I wanted to put that out on paper. I wanted to get it out there, and so yeah, I couldn't be prouder of it. I'm blown away, and I hope to be going to some educational conferences with it, and have some talks on it, and and we'll see how it's received.
I was going to say, it sounds like it's a necessary thing. What is the biggest thing you learned that you wish you'd known?
Oh, wow. Yeah. Gosh, that is such a good question. I'd say it, about I mean, I hate to go down to this, but it's about the money, where money is always such a stress and a struggle, and trying to scrape here and trying to make
Find
it work here.
advertisers for your program or
Right.
whatever.
But I
Yeah.
have a chapter in there saying doing a show for $0. And so like tips and tricks to take that stress away from you, to find ways
Oh.
to make a show work with no resources at all.
Right,
Because that's what we have nowadays.
well,
So,
most people don't realize that if you want to do a play, you got to pay rights.
yes,
You got to
yes.
pay for it ahead of time and hope, well, if we sell so many tickets, then we can,
Right.
There's a lot of business
Right,
involved.
but before tickets even come in,
We
you
are,
got the rights,
not
you
to
got the
not to mention
the
costumes
and props,
everything. Yeah, right.
and yeah, it's really something. So
Yeah, interesting.
so yeah, but every part of it is just is stuff I would tell any of my theater teacher peers as they were starting their program, and so.
Yeah. So how do you balance your personal creative projects like this and running the venue?
Well, so I don't do much writing anymore now that the PAC's gotten started up. I wish I could, but I've done a few things, but most of it has to do with the PAC, like those Dungeons and Dragons live shows. I am the dungeon master, which means I have to write the shows for it, and so that takes a lot of creativity there to try to figure out how to make D&D live, D&D work live on stage. But we have some classes, movie making classes, film classes that need editing and all this stuff. So I still have plenty of outlets of creativity for sure. But writing books has taken on the back burner,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Are there acting classes as well?
Oh yes, we have classes of the PAC every season. We're about to start our next season of classes, the winter classes, on January 5th, which is going to be a whole new lineup. We have improv classes for youth and adults. We have acting skills training. We have choir, which our PAC choir is going to be singing country classics. So if you want to come sing country in a
Oh,
choir,
really?
that'd be
Okay.
a lot of fun.
Awesome.
So acting classes. We have dance classes, of course. We have some music classes, music composition, and music theory. There's something for everybody. We usually have classes during the weekday, which is kind of our homeschool slot. We have classes after school slot, and then we also have weekend classes, which are on Saturdays. So.
Wow, yeah, busy. So how can folks find everything they need to know about
Absolutely.
what's
So
happening there?
You can follow us at packwaco.com. That's at PACCWACO. On Instagram, on Facebook, and then our website is packwaco.com. So it's all on there. The tabs are pretty intuitive. If you're interested in classes, click classes. Interested in workshops, performances, camps, and we have it all. And there's something always going on at the PAC. As we like to say, the schedule is always packed.
Do you have a need for volunteers to help with stuff?
We not at this point. I mean, we have a great staff. We're always looking for good teachers. We're always looking for good workshopists and anybody who wants to perform, of course. But at this point, our need is more on the financial side. We do want to stick around. It's tough to keep the doors open and the lights on, as I'm sure you can imagine. So we are currently looking for some corporate sponsors, some business sponsors of our programs and of some of our initiatives, and we have a lot of great perks of putting their logo everywhere and having them genuinely be a good partner of the community arts, and just kind of ensuring that we do have a long-term future here in Waco, because we can't do it alone.
Yeah. What do you hope for that long-term future? I mean, what are you seeing the PAC's impact?
Right.
on
Well,
that?
so the building that we're in we have that 6,000 square foot, but there's another 4,000 square feet behind it, and this kind of back space, which I want to call the backpack, and then there's a space beside it, and this whole building, which is 924 Austin, would be a fantastic complex of the performing arts that we would have multiple different things going on at the same time. We could have an art gallery here, movie studio there, performance going on there, and there's the possibilities are endless, but we have to take it one step at a time. We have to make sure that the PACC in its current form can stick around, and before we think of growth. So,
Right.
if anybody out there is looking to help the performing arts grow in a meaningful way in Waco, come help us out. That'd be great.
Well, you've been such a shot in the arm in that aspect. I mean, it's just incredible what I'm seeing you're doing. Like to end these little visits with a questionnaire similar to the one the late, great James Lipton would use on Inside the
yeah,
Actors
absolutely.
Studio.
Yeah.
And so this is my take on it. So I'm going to ask you, David, what is your favorite word?
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Okay, that's a first. I don't think I've heard that in about 800 people I've asked those questions.
It's a word with 27 letters.
That's a good one. That's a good one. So what is your least favorite word?
Can't.
I hear that. More often than not.
Yes, I
More
mean,
often than not.
especially in the performing arts, people, we can't do that. We can't do that. You can't do that. There's always a way.
Let's figure out a way.
We're in creativity for a reason, so we can come up with creative
Yeah,
solutions. Yeah.
for sure, for sure. So what turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Just creativity itself. Just there wasn't a thing, and now there is a thing. Like the stage is empty. Nothing was going to happen here, and now there is a show happening on the stage and an audience responding to it, and that's because it was created, or this song was composed, or this book didn't exist but now it exists. Just the purest form of creating something is my main driver, and the PACC is without a doubt the biggest thing that I have created, and so it's just fulfilling every single day.
Mm-hmm. Well, then what turns you off creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Similar to my previous answer, is just people who don't give the arts the time of day, or don't think that the arts are important. Don't think that the arts
That's
are
often the first thing that gets cut.
right. Don't think that it's
Yeah.
vital or fundamental to education or to growth or to society as a whole. Like if they think that it's expendable, but it is humanity. Art, the arts are humanity, embodied. So yeah, things that turns me off more than anything. Just people thinking that it's not necessary.
What is your favorite sound?
An oboe solo.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay,
An oboe
really?
solo. Yeah.
I love that. Now you're a percussionist, right?
Yes, percussionist and drumline. All 4 years of high school, all 4 years of.
So a xylophone is not your favorite?
No, not quite. I don't join the
I don't
percussion
know.
for
I
the
don't know
sound
how.
of it,
Did you
but,
play? I guess you played xylophone.
Oh yes.
I mean,
yes.
you always had to learn.
Yes.
I presume that's what the percussionists do.
Yeah.
That would make me so nervous trying to hit the right notes.
Yes, and then once you get 4 sticks at once, it's even.
And
it's
you're
even-
like,
yeah.
Man, those guys are amazing. They're amazing.
Yes.
Okay, so what is your least favorite sound?
You didn't prepare me with these. I should have studied these on. Let's see. Favorite sound. Oh my gosh, I don't know. A traffic.
Yeah.
Traffic's my least favorite sound.
Yeah,
Just
I've heard that before.
cars bumper to bumper honking, nobody going anywhere.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah, it's funny. I was talking to somebody the other day. Mine is the old, hackneyed fingernails on a blackboard.
Oh, sure.
But a lot of it, at least you know what a blackboard is.
That's right.
Some of the younger people, they don't know.
Right.
They don't know.
No,
And
yeah,
fingernails on a
yeah.
whiteboard is like
It's
nothing.
That's right.
You
That's
don't
right.
hear
That's right.
anything at all. Okay, so you know, kind of this whole creative bug, you know, bit you early.
Yeah.
But was there a job or a career or something you wanted to try, or may still want to try? You're a young guy.
Yeah. The other path for me would have been pilot, and I know that's
Really?
completely different than anything that I'm doing now. It's just
Mhm.
when I was growing up, I was really into video games as well, like obsessively into video games, and so I felt that piloting was the closest real life equivalent to a video game, and
Mhm.
so that was my
That's
justification
probably
for it.
true.
But yeah, but
Yeah.
I quickly found out that it wasn't for me. I mean, like I enjoyed it, but it wasn't something that I wanted to make a career out of. It didn't fill up my soul, it didn't fulfill me, and so
Mhm.
I'm sure at someday, oh, hopefully I'll be able to get back to it. But no, I'm happy where I'm at for
Yeah.
sure in my
Okay.
career.
So what job do you know you don't want? No thanks. Let somebody else do that.
Uh, oh gosh. Um, well, my wife is a nurse, particularly a NICU nurse, and so
Mm.
uh, every day I don't know how she does it.
Yeah.
Just the gentleness and the care and the patience and the babies and the crying and the screaming and the
Oh, and having
blood
to
and
stick them and
yes,
to
the
do
blood
things
and
that you
all
know are
the
going to
things.
hurt
And
them.
so like I admire her greatly
Yeah,
for what she does, but I couldn't do it in a million years.
yeah, yeah. I get that. Okay, one last question.
Okay.
When you arrive at the pearly gates, what do you want to hear the Lord say to you, David?
Well done.
Yep. Amen. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
It's been a
absolutely.
delight
Yeah,
to get
this
to
was great.
know you better. And I just think wonderful things are ahead for
Thank
the
you.
PACC right there on Austin Avenue. It's
That's right.
very easy to find. And just look them up because I know folks are going to be visiting. There's so many things happening there.
Yes, absolutely. Come
Good.
see us.
All right. Thanks, David. Stay with us. There is more of the show ahead.
At Mitzi, we believe the right light can transform any space. Mitzi has the perfect design for you. Beautiful, well-made lighting without the high price tag. Discover your perfect light at Mitzi.com. That's MITZI.com. Mitzi.
But imagine if this huge place, this legit place just plopped in the middle of downtown Waco, and the first day it opens, people come in, and there's already swag, and it's like this place has been here 15 years. Where have I been? You know, you pretend like this is an organization. Where have you been? And that's kind of the idea. We provide classes and workshops and events and performances in theater, music, dance, and film for third grade and up, including adults. And so we have something always going on. Just this fall, in the first 3 months, we have 19 classes, we have 18 workshops, and we have 26 performances just in the first 3 months. There's something always going on at the PACC, and our saying is come one, come all, come and see what we got going on at the PACC. The Performing Arts Community Center, soon to come to downtown Waco on September 6th. It's our grand opening with the Waco and Hewitt Chamber of Commerce joint ribbon cutting ceremony, and then our grand opening that night.
A journey into new thoughts, new cultures, new adventures. So what are you waiting for? Start your journey with Babbel now. Go to babbel.com or download the app.
Send money abroad in just a few steps with Remitly. Sign up with your email, enter an amount, choose how your loved ones receive the money, enter your recipient's information, select a payment method, hit send, and relax. Download the Remitly app today.
It doesn't matter if your investment budget is small or big. All you need is Benzinga Pro and its powerful news alerts, price tracking, and portfolio monitoring. Subscribe now, and we'll skyrocket your portfolio today.
I'm just having fun on the stage in my heels. It's where
At Fullwell, we bring together the expertise of registered dietitians, MDs, and OBGYNs to give you the best fertility support. Fullwell, your trusted partner on your fertility journey. Visit us at fullwellfertility.com.
Send money abroad in just a few steps with Remitly. Sign up with your email, enter an amount, choose how your loved ones receive the money, enter your recipient's information, select a payment method, hit send, and relax. Download the Remitly app today.
My pulse was racing as you pulled up. Hopped down and smiled at me. Could not believe my luck. You touched my soul. You filled my mind. You spin my head around with those come and get me highs. Like a pendulum, your hips mark time as you casually walk my way. When you wrap me in your arms, I can never forget that day. Hey, hey, you remember Fort Worth. You remember that early summer night with Turnpike playing as I parked the car, kissed you that first time. I recall every head turn. You remember I pulled out your chair and your eyes like mine. We laughed and dined like no one else was there. You remember Fort Worth. You remember Fort Worth. Walking through the park, you held my hand, trading stories of our lives like catching up with an old friend. Back in my hotel, I made you cry, singing songs with my guitar, and then we made love all night. Like a pendulum, your hips marked time as I pulled you close to me. Every time your lips touched mine, I knew how sweet the taste of love could be. Fort Worth. You remember that fiery summer night I played the turnaround. You just smiled as tears filled up your eyes. I recall your tight blue jeans. You remember my pearl snap shirt and that spot you claimed on my chest when you left. Surprised me how much that hurt. You remember Fort Worth. You remember Fort Worth. You remember Fort Worth. I can't forget, I can't forget, I can't forget.
Studio quality voiceovers for your videos online in over 149 languages and dialects. Never been easier to create professional grade videos and voiceovers. Try it today at easeus.com. That's EASEUS.com. Ease US.
Introducing Muck-Off's classic pink bike cleaner, powered by revolutionary nanotechnology that breaks down dirt and grime on a microscopic level while protecting your bike's delicate finish. us.muc-off.com.
Dive into adventure with scuba.com, your ultimate destination for top-tier scuba and snorkeling gear. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, trust scuba.com for the best in diving equipment and expert guidance. Explore now at scuba.com. That's SCUBA.com. Scuba.com.
The Performing Arts Community Center in Waco, the ultimate hub for music, dance, theater, and film, just celebrated its one-year anniversary in September. David Corkill, the founder and executive director of PACC Waco, joins us now to share more about its mission. So, David, tell me all about PACC Waco and how it came to be.
Absolutely. The Performing Arts Community Center is all about all of the performing arts, theater, music, dance, and film, and offering so many different types of offering, not just performances, but we have classes and workshops and events, and trying to serve the greater Waco area and all the performing arts groups that are in it, and giving them a place to rehearse, a place to hang out, and a place to perform.
I love that. What are you most proud of in your first year?
It's just that. It's those groups. We have already in our first year worked with 35 different organizations, and they keep coming back, and they keep trying different performances and different rehearsals, and we've just had so many people flock to the PACC as the downtown hub of the performing arts, and we're just so proud to be working with so many great people.
What classes and workshops do you offer, and do you need to be a seasoned pro to be part of this?
That's a good question. No, you can be a beginner, a veteran, anywhere in between, and it's not just for kids. It's for all ages, and we have music, theater, dance, and film classes, intro to film. We have music composition. We have some musical theater dance classes. We have acting and storytelling, and different classes every season. And then workshops even expand outside of the performing arts. Sometimes we have crochet workshops, and we have Dungeons and Dragons workshops, and all kinds of things like that. But workshops several per month, classes every season.
Plethora of options, that's for sure.
Yes.
Tell me about the PACC spaces available for booking.
Yes. So the PACC building is one big 6,000 square foot building with several rooms, like a community room, an art room, a music room, and a huge stage and ballroom space or dance studio space, along with a concession stand that has the PACC coffee shop in it, and a ice cream parlor, and so people have booked it out for birthday parties or reunions or graduations or weddings, things like that, and we're happy to serve in that way as well.
Are there any upcoming events you'd like to highlight for us today?
Absolutely. So we're entering November here, and we have something. We have shows 52 weekends out of the year, so we always have something. This month we have the Wild Imaginings Playworks Festival. We're working with Waco Indie on their short film showcase. We have the premiere of a new performing arts group called Central Texas Performing Arts. They're going to be doing a play at the end of the month. And then our first full-length production that we're putting on, The Chronicles of Narnia, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, starts the first weekend of December, which we're very excited about.
So exciting. So much stuff to check out for sure with PACC Waco.
Yes.
David, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Everybody at EcoLife really has a passion and a real interest in helping people feel well. How much further can we go to get you feeling even better? It is a complete partnership between the two of us.
Dark and misty night, Seamus wondered so he might find a place to drink and drown his woes. Walking down the streets of Cary, stumbling drunk, and there he saw a tavern sign he'd never seen before. Hell's Pub is what it read, glowing through the mist ahead. Beware to all you souls who step inside. Open up the door, he yelled, one last pint to cure my ills. I'll rest a spell before I say goodnight. The door creaked open on its own. He noticed that he was alone with a beautiful girl who stood behind the bar. Her hair had flowed like copper streams and haunting eyes of emerald green. She softly strummed upon an Irish harp. Sit across from me, my son, Seamus, name your poison, she whispered, never raising up her eyes. He ordered and began to sip, and when he finished up with it, she said, you've had your drink, now name your vice. He said, hockey, leather, and lace. I searched the fields of heather, the valleys and the lakes, searching for my true love, see her smiling face. Return to me if you can, my whiskey, leather, and lace. The woman looked into his eyes and said, Seamus, do you realize I can give you everything you need? All you have to do is sign right here on the bottom line. Nothing in this life can come for free. She pierced him with a dagger's blade and told him not to be afraid and handed him a single raven's quill. He soaked the quill and signed his name, and as the scroll went up in flames, she told him all he asked would be fulfilled. Seamus stumbled back outside, a load was lifted from his mind, his heart no longer drowning in despair. All night long Seamus roamed, and when he finally reached his home, the one he loved was waiting for him there. He spent the night in love's embrace, but woke to find his love replaced with a woman that he'd met the night before. Suddenly he realized he sold his soul for one last night, and the devil had come to even up the score. He cried, all that I desire was whiskey, leather, and lace. I searched the fields of heather, valleys, and the lakes, searching for my true love, see her smiling face. Return to me if you can, my whiskey, leather, and lace. Hey!
Serving Central Texas since 1889, TFNB Your Bank for Life takes pride in being more than a bank. At TFNB, we remain committed to these principles. If you value them too, come join us. TFNB, Your Bank for Life.
It's football season, and we can create your outdoor tailgating spaces that is actually a part of your home. Bifold doors that tie in the inside and the outside, and you can gain anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 square feet living space, all while taking in the big game, poolside. Call us at Gather & Co. Kitchen and Bath, where we can create your unique tailgating space.
It doesn't matter if your investment budget is small or big. All you need is Benzinga Pro and its powerful news alerts, price tracking, and portfolio monitoring. Subscribe now, and we'll skyrocket your portfolio today.
At Fullwell, we bring together the expertise of registered dietitians, MDs, and OBGYNs to give you the best fertility support. Fullwell, your trusted partner on your fertility journey. Visit us at fullwellfertility.com. Unlock a world of convenience with Mully Box, your one-stop solution for personalized subscription boxes delivered right to your door. Each box is tailored to your taste. Mullybox.com. That's MULLYBOX.com.